Hi everyone, this is Patrick from Dutchy Tech Tips, and in this video I am going to show you how to install the latest version of ReactOS onto your computer. So stay tuned to find out how. Before we start installing the latest version of ReactOS, we first need to put our bootable media into the computer. If you're using a CD, we need to put it in the CD-ROM drive, or if you're using a flash drive, you need to put it in the USB port. Now you may need to select your F12 for boot device depending on your boot order when you start up the computer. So I'm going to put the bootable media device into the computer and we're going to start the installation process. Now that we have put our bootable media into the computer and the computer has started up, now it's telling us that we are at the ReactOS 0.4.4 setup, and it's asking us to select our language for the installation process, and this will be the language for the final installation of ReactOS. So I'm going to select English New Zealand and press enter to continue. Now it's welcoming us to the ReactOS setup. This part of the setup copies the ReactOS operating system to your computer and prepares the second part of the setup. Press enter to install ReactOS. Press R to repair or update ReactOS. Press L to view the ReactOS licensing terms and conditions. Press F3 to quit without installing ReactOS. If you're familiar with Windows XP installation, this will be very familiar to you. So I'm going to press enter to continue. Now it's telling us that ReactOS is in early development phase and some functionality has not been implemented in the installation process, but also the operating system itself. So we are limited to the following things. The setup supports FAT file systems only. File system checks are not implemented yet. So we want to press enter to continue. Now it's asking us to accept our default hardware, but what I need to do is, because I need to change the display to something larger, say 16 by 1200, everything is okay, and then we want to accept these device settings and press enter. Because we have not installed ReactOS before and this hard drive is completely blank, we need to create a partition. So we want to press enter to install, which will bring us to the partition setup. We need to select FAT partition as FAT file system quick format, so it allows us to do the formatting pretty quickly. So we press enter. Now it's telling us that it's going to set up the partition. Press enter to continue. Now in Windows XP or Windows 2000, it will prompt you what you want to call your Windows folder. But in this case, ReactOS. So we're going to keep that the same. So press enter to continue. Now it's copying the important system files onto the computer, which won't take very long. Now it's asking us to install the bootloader onto the hard disk. This is very important, otherwise ReactOS won't start. So we need to press enter to continue. Now it's telling us that the components for the ReactOS has been installed successfully. So I'm going to remove my media now. And I'm going to reboot the computer. Now you may be prompted, but after 10 seconds this will go away, but you can press enter to continue. Because I'm using VirtualBox, the mouse is laggy when using remote desktop connection. So we're going to click next, saying that welcome to the wizard, blah blah blah, click next. Now it's just giving some acknowledgements, click next. Now it's asking to select region settings. Now I believe I set it to English New Zealand. Yep, that's correct. So once you are happy with that, click next. Unlike Windows XP, it's asking us to personalize your software. So it's going to ask us for a name and organization. So we're going to leave as owner, and I'm going to put for organization is Dutchy Tech Tips. Once you're happy with those settings, click next. Now it's asking us to give the computer a name that has to be 15 characters or less. So if you want to give a computer name, you can do this now. I'm going to call it DTTWS001. If it suits you to have a password on your computer, you can put the password here. but I'm going to leave it blank for this installation, so click Next. Now it's asking us to set our date and time, so that is correct. For New Zealand Standard Time, Daylight Saving Time. Click Next. Yep. Like in Windows XP, it's asking us to select our network settings, so we're going to leave it typical settings, so click Next. Now it's asking us if we want to join the work group or domain, so we're not joining this computer to the domain at this time, so click Next. And that's all you have to do to install it. So what we need to do is click Finish, or let the bar continue go across here to restart the computer to access our newly installed ReactOS. As you can see, our computer has restarted successfully. We are now on the ReactOS desktop. Depending on your hardware, you may be prompted with this dialog box saying New Hardware Wizard, which you might need to install the appropriate drivers. In conclusion, I've shown you on VirtualBox to demonstrate how easy it is and how quick it is to install ReactOS onto your computer.